Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and this is another episode of the world famous The University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Monday, May the 22nd, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is one of the greatest days of all time. My wife was born tomorrow. My wife's birthday is tomorrow, so if you don't see an episode tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, do not be alarmed. I am taking my wife out and about, but we'll probably upload. I I will finagle an episode in there, okay? Because I know we missed a few days last week, and so. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about something very important. We are going to talk about the ability to make excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, you should not make an excuse. Sometimes things happen. Don't get me wrong. Everybody knows this, but it's just like, do not be shocked. You know how when your car breaks down and your oil light's been on for like 3 months, and then you go, man, I don't know why my car just shut off like that. I mean, do you have an excuse? And if you see a leak in your house, and you see a leak, and you see a leak, and you've seen a leak for a year, and then you act shocked when your pipes burst. Like, are you shocked by that? You should not be. You had a warning. It's the same as health. You have a health problem. Something happens. You have a choice. You can either do something about it, or you can sit around and wait. And then you act surprised when your health problems become more persistent. And today, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of why you should not make excuses. I have a brother. I love my brother. He's one of the best excuse makers I've ever met in my life. He has a story and excuse for everything. Why does he have? Why he doesn't have millions of dollars in the bank? Why? Because his job won't give him overtime. Why is his car so expensive? Because he bought the most expensive one and the biggest one in the parking lot. My brother always has a story to tell, and whenever he's he don't call me much because he knows why. Because whenever he starts talking, sometimes I go, oh man, hold on, I got a story to tell. He laughs about it, but I know it annoys him, but it don't matter to me. And it's always an excuse. It's always It's always a story, and it's not sad, but it's also not good, because my brother, he had a lot of ideas when he was young. He had a lot of ideas. He had a lot of thoughts. He had a lot of dreams. He had a lot of things that he wanted to do, wanted to accomplish, or whatever. But he's done some things, but a lot of times he makes more excuses than he should. And it's like, come on, man, you make a lot of excuses. Man, I bring this excuse stuff up because yesterday I stopped at the Denny's to get some mozzarella sticks. I ordered the mozzarella sticks online. I ordered them at 4:15. They had a thing that said your order will be ready at 4:35. So I went in there about 4:30, and they had a sign that said one waitress, one cook. Can you please be patient? So sat there, waited. There was another guy came in. I said, man, it looks like it's gonna be a little while. They a little slow. And lady came. She checked somebody out. She said, oh, okay, guys, I'll be with you. She came back about 20 minutes later to another guy that came. She said, it's only one serving, and we only got one cook, so you have to be patient. And I said, well, I'm just here for an online order. She said, okay, we'll see what we can do. And I did not get my order until 5:30. I waited an hour for mozzarella sticks, and the lady kept saying the same thing. Somebody came, they wanted their money back because they also ordered online, and she kept saying the same thing. It's only one of me, but it wasn't hard to see that this lady was not in anybody's hurry. The other lady, the cook that was in the back, she wasn't in a hurry. They walked outside. They walked out in front in the lobby. They walked around a couple times, both of them. Taking breaks, talking, joking, yucking it up with people. And I said, and it wasn't that many people in the Denny's. Now I've worked in fast food before. I understand when you get a rush and you get a lot of people coming in at once, and you're like, oh man, I gotta, you gotta get to it. And so normally, what you don't do is walk around, joke around, talk around. I said, this lady has already made a built-in excuse because it wasn't that busy. You know what I mean? It was like 5 people maybe. So, and we're at Denny. So, what are you ordering? And I ordered mozzarella sticks. Now, I'm not saying that they should have my order as soon as I got there. Don't get me wrong. I understand you have orders. But if you say you're that busy, you would be in there working, okay? You would be in there doing a lot more than what you were doing. The lady had a built-in excuse, used the built-in excuse, and I just thought to myself, this is pretty sad. But sometimes that is the American way, to set yourself up to start making excuses, of why you're not cutting the mustard. And it's sad to hear it from my brother sometimes, and it was sad to see it yesterday at the Denny's. And I thought to myself, you can't be for real right now, because the cook walked out, started playing a video game, and then walked back, finish up the cooking. And I'm like, this is how busy you are. And the guy looked at me. He said, I thought they were busy. And I said, I guess they need to break. I guess I don't know what's going on, but it was quite the display, And I thought about filing a complaint to Denny's, but I said I'm not gonna do that. I said that's a waste of time. I don't really. Now, according to my wife loves to tell a story how I told the people at Cracker Barrel that her food wasn't. She didn't eat her food one time, and I wanted a refund. But I don't know. That was. My wife loves to tell that story. That story is so accurate because she didn't eat none of her food. Okay, so let me tell you something, ladies and gents. Anyway, let's get back to the show. You ever have something that kind of annoys you and you think about it? It's like, nah. But anyway. But the point is, I was going to complain. Then I said, I don't need to complain. I'm never coming back to Denny's anyway, It was just a one-off yesterday. And, I'm never coming back to Denny's. The service ain't never the greatest anyway. The food is never the greatest anyway, But when you're somewhere and you're kind of hungry, it's like, hey, it is what it is, And that's why I ordered the mozzarella sticks. I said, mozzarella sticks, they can't muck them up. They turned out pretty good. It took a little while, but I guess they had to go to the store to get them. But the point is, the excuse maker was so built in, it was kind of ridiculous, And when you want to do something, else with your life, when you want to try something else, the story about, oh man, I never done this before, I never did that before, this one, that one, the other one, man, just go out and do it, It's like my child, she's taking swimming lessons, she put in the water, she's good, she knows what to do. It's sort of like an instinct, Now me, if you put me in the water, I'm 44. I'm 44 years old now. If you put me in the water now, I'm gonna have an excuse of why I can't swim. Oh man, this made me nervous. This made me jump. There's gonna be flashbacks to this, flashbacks to that. I would have 1,000 excuses, but there's no excuse. If I wanted to learn how to swim and I just got out there and started swimming, if I took a couple lessons and then really got into it, then I could learn how to swim. There's no excuse. There's no. It's just like if you want to learn how to roller skate, you get you some roller skates and you start figuring out. You might fall down a few times, but you just start doing it. If you want to be a writer, I had to tell myself this sometimes, I'm like, what should I write about? It's like, man, just shut up and write, will you? Just write. Just write whatever you want to write, there's no right and wrong way, when I was writing poetry, there's no right and wrong way about poetry, Some people gonna like it, some people ain't. It don't matter. If you like it, then you like it. You write your poetry, you do whatever you gotta do. If whatever you like, if you wanna become a boat captain, be a boat captain. Then get yourself a boat, or go get boating lessons, or do whatever. Take the class, learn how to boat, go be a boat captain. If you want to learn how to ride a motorcycle, take some lessons, go ride a motorcycle. There's no stopping. There's no excuses. The excuses limit all of us from doing the great things that we can do. And it doesn't have to be monetary all the time. It doesn't have to be, you have to tell the world. If there's something you want to learn how to do, then just go do it. And you'll figure it out along the way. So that's that. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be back tomorrow with another episode of Online Marketing Moves. It's my wife's birthday, but she'll understand. I got to record. You got to do episodes. But I appreciate you. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. God bless, and as always, everybody, peace.